guys have had a couple goals in these last few weeks with tons of possession. Is there something about this group when you have your everybody at full strength that the talent or the cohesiveness, whatever, that's allowed such good possession?
Well, they're obviously a team that there's a lot of players that are technically good, and they like to interconnect passes. When you got Pineda out there and Alonso and Dempsey and, Papa and Obafemi and guys like that, that's something that they want to do. So that helps us in terms of stringing together long passing sequences. It's something we've been working on as well because it's something that seems to fit the sort of the character of this team or the demeanor of this team.
More so this team than in the past?
Yeah, I think every team is different. Even though you think it's basically the same team or a lot of the same players or whatever, each team each year takes on a little bit of a different dynamic, and that's just a dynamic of this team. That's something that they're comfortable with.
And obviously you got to turn that possession into goals, which you've done. I mean, it doesn't do you much good if you're just knocking around and never getting forward, right?
Yeah, there has to be a point to it at the end of the day. We work on that. We work on that all the time, and try and get people forward into dangerous spots. And obviously it helps when you have somebody like Chad last week who finished his chances very well.
How is Oba?
Same. No status update right now with him. So probably looks unlikely for this weekend. But same. He's in the gym and working, but can't get on the field yet.
Good to have these guys from Marysville out here. Let this stay.
Yeah, it was great. It's fantastic. Anything we can do like this and give back, it's fantastic. It's good for our souls. It's good for their souls. But the most important thing, going about it is just the, we're a soccer team. We're in the entertainment business, and part of our job is we bring hopefully a smile to people's faces if we do things well on the field, and being able to bring a smile to their faces and give them an experience that not everybody gets to have is really important.
Does Barrett make things a little easier not to rush Oba?
An injury, you have to deal with it as it is, and you don't want to rush somebody back in. You got to wait till they're healthy. You can't force somebody to play, and obviously Barrett doing well makes it easier.
Have you all decided, and I guess by that I mean, will you share with us who are the guys that y'all are going to make available to S2 when Open Cup begins tomorrow?
Yeah, you'll see that probably tomorrow. Again, for us, where you enter the Cup, and we've had good success in the Open Cup, and a lot of times in the early rounds we've played different people. So we definitely don't want to get ourselves into a position where we're Cup tying a lot of players. And then we have a situation where some of our Cup games, if you get past the initial game in June, now you're going to the end of June, July, and now you got guys gone for Gold Cup, and you're missing guys for internationals, or you're going into a heavy part of your schedule, so now you got to platoon guys. So we didn't want to get locked into a situation. So we're probably less guys will play for S2 than normally play for S2.
Kansas City has a reputation a little bit around the league as sort of being a very physical, very team that will grind you down style. Is that an earned reputation, or what have you remember about each of them in the past?
They're an aggressive team. Peter Vermes, as a coach, is somebody who wants his team to be very fit, who wants his team to be aggressive, who wants to press the issue when he can. That's his nature, and that's also the way he likes his team to play. Our games with them historically have always been down to the wire type of games, and I'm sure it'll probably be no different this time around.
After the Vancouver game, Chad talked about, had a conversation with you about wanting to get on the pitch. Can you just talk about his vocalness and itch to always be out there and always be playing?
I mean, every player plays the same way. Every player wants the same thing, and there's different conversations that I have, during weeks, with different players. And, Chad and my relationship, I think, is fairly open. He feels comfortable, I think, coming in and talking, so he came in and talked. And, if I think a player's ready, I'm going to play him. I'm not going to play him just because he talked to me. But I also felt, his chance was, there. This was his chance. He's a forward, and even though we've played Nagel up there at certain times, but when we were in Dallas, we played both Barrett and Nagel, and I just felt this was the way to go this time around, and Chad did well, took his opportunity really well.
Is that relationship kind of something that you guys have built before being here?
Yeah, it's something that probably goes all the way back to 2004, 2005 with the under-20s.
Looked like Rose was maybe getting a little work on the back. Do you see anything potentially?
No. It was just our numbers today. Jimmy Ockford's injured. Damian Lowe was with S2. Chad Marshall we held out of practice today a little bit, so we're just short numbers.
Why was Chad Marshall held out of practice today? Is there an injury that you're keeping an eye on?
I just got a little thing with his calf. He got kicked in his calf a little bit, and we felt there was no need to push it, today. Just have him run and do some things, not have him get out there and maybe get kicked in that spot again.
How great was it getting the momentum in Vancouver before you come home for 3 games?
It's always great. It's always great winning on the road. It's something we enjoy doing. It was it was a conference game, a Cascadia Cup rival, so there's a lot of things, a team that had our number last year. So there were a lot of good things, so it made the bus drive home definitely a lot nicer. I don't know if it's going to make the next 3 games nicer, but definitely the bus drive was a lot nicer.